Hello everyone, this is Professor Govind. Let's understand today the options available under the tab of page layout in MS Excel, and also we'll discuss about one of the specific option called macro. Let's start with options available under page layout. Let's go to page layout tab, and the first group available under page layout is themes. An Excel theme is a collection of colors, fonts and effects that you can apply to a workbook with just a couple of clicks. In simple words, theme is a collection of particular font size, particular font style and colors, and also effects if you have included smart arts, images or charts in your worksheets. What theme does is it changes overall look of your worksheet, MS Excel worksheet or MS Excel workbook, just with a single click. What themes contain is the common font style. There are different categories of themes available. What it contains is a particular style of font, a particular size of font, and the effect if you have included diagrams, and also certain color combinations. Just by a single click or just by selecting a particular category of theme, you can apply the given specifications to your entire workbook or worksheet. Otherwise, if you don't use theme, you will have to change font size separately, you will have to change font style separately, you will have to apply color changes separately, and you will have to bring in effects if you have diagrams separately. To change to change the formatting, to have the formatting changes, certain formatting changes, we have is the option called themes. Theme is available to save users time and effort. Instead of changing instead of having individual formatting options, or instead of having all the formatting changes, certain formatting changes separately, we can have his theme just by a single click. Most of the things, for most of the formatting changes, we can bring in. Let us have a demonstration. I have typed some dummy data on this worksheet. Let me go to the option called themes. Select the theme option. As I said, there are various categories available. Each of these themes contain different formatting styles. Each of these themes contain different font styles. Each of these themes contain different font sizes, different color combinations and different effects for the diagrams. By default, the theme selected is Office. Let me move my cursor over these categories, and as you can see at the background, soon I select some other category of theme, it is changing the font size, the font style, and also it is changing the overall look of your worksheet by changing the column header and the row numbers, by changing the column width and the row height as well. Let me select, for example, a category called Foundry, and as you can see, we have some formatting changes available or applied on the worksheet. If not theme, we'll have to change it separately. We'll have to spend our time on changing font style separately. We'll have to spend some time on changing font size separately. We'll have to spend our time separately on changing the column width and row height, etc. But if you select theme just by a single click, everything will be changed, everything will be modified at once. And similarly, with each of these themes, we have some color combinations which you can change, and also we have font styles, different font styles available. And if you have diagrams available, effects are not applied generally to the textual data. Effects are used when you have any kind of diagrams available on your worksheets, like charts or graphs, like smart arts, like images, etc. So these are the ready-made changes which are available, and this entire group is called themes. Is available only and only to save users time and effort. What it does is it brings overall changes, overall formatting changes at once. So this is about themes. And the next important option available The next important group rather available under page layout is page setter. And under page setter, we have generally those options which are used while printing your document, while printing your worksheet data. So these are the options which are used when you require a printout, when you go for a printout. And these are familiar options. The first one we have is called margin, where you can set a margin around your page. And as we all know, margin is a non-printable area which generally is used while binding your document, while binding your worksheet, while binding your data available on your worksheet. We leave some space at the left which generally is used for binding or used while stapling, etc. So we have certain margin sizes available, margin specifications available. As per your requirement, as per your worksheet requirement, you can select any of these margin categories or margin specifications. With normal margin at top, 0.75 pixels will be left, 0.75 points will be left, at left 0.7 points will be left, and at header 0.3 points will be left. Similarly, if you go with wide, 1 inch at top, 1 inch at left, with header 0.5 inches will be left. So you can go for any of these specifications, and if you do not require or these specifications are not suitable for your worksheet, you can go for custom margins, where you can set at each direction your own specification for margins. So margin, let me repeat, is a non-printable area where we cannot write anything, which is generally left for binding. The next option we have is orientation. Orientation is wherein we can have two options. One is called portrait or the other one is landscape. This again we can use as per our requirement. Portrait is the kind of orientation where height is more than the width, and landscape is the worksheet, is the orientation which can be used when you have landscape orientation of data, which means width is more than the height. Let me go for print preview. Orientation, let me click on orientation. The currently selected orientation is portrait. Let me go to office button and let me go for print preview. Now this is what is portrait. This is an orientation called portrait, and if I change this now to landscape, this is how the landscape is visible. As you can see now, width is more than the height if it is landscape, and if it is portrait, height is more than the width of your page. As per your requirement, as per your data requirement, you can go with either landscape or portrait. The third option we have is size. Size is the size of your paper. Generally used paper sizes are letter, legal and A4, which are used with general printers. But then we have all these provisions available. You can change or you can use any of these paper sizes as per your requirement. Print area. You can set a print area if you don't wish to print all 4 lines available on this worksheet. If I want to print only first 2 lines, let me select first 2 lines and let me set this as print area. So if I give print command by selecting first 2 lines and setting it as print area, if I give print command, from this worksheet only first 2 lines will be printed. So we can set print area if you don't wish to print all the lines, all the data available in your worksheet. If you just want to print selected part of your data, you can select that data and you can set it as print area. Only the selected data will be printed. And you can clear your print area as well. Click on print area and click on clear print area, and then set print area will be cleared. You can set page breaks as well. You can have page breaks from a particular portion of your worksheet. If I want to divide this page now after 6th row, after second line of my data, I will have to select the 6th row, click on insert page break, and from the selected portion page will be divided. So page break is to divide pages, is to separate pages from selected portion from selected part of your worksheet. Now this page is divided from line number 5, from line number 6, that is from the third line of your data. Similarly, we can clear it by clicking on either reset all page breaks or remove page breaks. Let me reset page breaks. It will bring back the normal structure of your page. The next one is to print a background image. We can have a background image for the worksheet as well. We can have a background image. To have a background image, as you can see now, we have a white color background as a default background color. Excel provides this option of inserting image at the background by using this option called background image, which is available under page setter. Click on page setter and background and select any picture that is required as background to your worksheet. If I click on or if I select any option, any image, that will be inserted as the background for this particular worksheet. And if you wish to remove the worksheet background, you'll have to go to the same option, which now is delete background. Earlier, when background image was not there, the option was insert or background, or just background. Now as we have inserted already a image background, the option now is considered as delete background. Click on delete background. The inserted image at the background will be deleted. Print titles is to print particular titles on each page. If you have large data which exceeds the limit of one page, but you want to print same titles, same captions on each of those pages, you should go with this print titles. It will ask you to select print titles, rows to repeat on top. If I select this FGH, then if I print 10 pages, on each of those pages, top row will be FGH itself. The heading or the caption will be FGH itself. So this option we can use when you have multiple pages to print and when you require each of those pages to contain or to have same heading or same caption. So this is about print titles. Now along with this, so this is about page setter. This is about the options available under page layout. These are the important ones which are available under page layout. Also, let us discuss about one more option which is available under View tab, the option called macros. Macros is something which records your actions. We already have learned what macros is in MS Word. Macro is something which records your options, which records your actions. Let us learn how to include something called macro. Macro is something which records your actions, and we can use it multiple times in future. A macro helps in automating or repeating tasks by recording or storing our input sequences like mouse strokes or keyboard presses, etc. So macro in simple words is nothing but a recorder. Once you start macro, once you click on record macro, whatever actions you perform on your worksheet, be it a formatting change or anything, whatever actions you perform, everything will be recorded and you can replay it. You can apply the same changes by running macro on some other workbooks or some other worksheets. So let us see how to record our actions by using this option called macro. Let me first type in some data. Let me have KLH GCC BGM. Let me type in some data. Go to View tab, and the last option available is macros. Click on macros, and what you should select is the second option called record macro. Go to record macro, and a dialog box appears on your screen. First option is to have your macro name. you can continue with the same name which is given by MS Excel, that is macro 1, or you can have your own choice of name as well. And also the additional facility or the feature that we get is we can apply or we can assign a shortcut key to it. Let me assign a shortcut key called Control T and store this macro in this particular workbook, or you can store this in personal macro workbook if you have, or you can store it in a new workbook. Let me select to store this macro in this particular workbook. Any narration or any description which is optional, if you wish you can give, otherwise click on OK. Have a look at the bottom left corner. Have a look at the bottom left corner. Once I start macro, it will display one symbol which indicates that the macro is on. Let me click on OK. Have a look at this now. A small color window is available, which means our macro is on. Now as the macro is on, which will record each of my actions that I perform on this particular worksheet. Let me bring in some formatting changes. Let me select this text, go to Home tab. Let me change this font style first. Let me make it Algerian. Let me change the font size as well. Let me change the font color. Let me make it red. And that's all. Let me have 3 changes. And to stop recording our actions, to stop macro, either you can go to View tab and macro to stop it, or the shortcut is come down to bottom left corner of your taskbar and click on this window which will stop recording macro. Click on this. Now macro recording has stopped. Let me go to some other worksheet now. Let me type any data, say for example ABCD. Let me type in ABCD, and either I can go to View tab, macro and view macro, or by selecting this data I can also use the shortcut key which is assigned to our macro, that is Control T. So let me press Control T, and if I press Control T, the change that is brought in is it will bring in the same option that was applied. It will have the same effect that was recorded under the macro. To this particular worksheet, we had brought in 3 changes. One is we had changed the font size, then the font style, and we had changed also the font color. The same changes just by pressing Control T are applied to this text as well. So this is how to save our time. We have the option called macro which will record our actions. So that is it for this video. Thank you everyone.